I was able to sit down and plan with him the event, but not only that, have conversations and ask questions. He shared a story about how it all started, and which I didn't even know, and many people really don't even know. He started the Jordan game. Excuse me, as well as the McDonald's game. He was one of the founders of it, and it basically was built off of the framework of the Capital Classic. And again, I'm gonna follow this video up with more details and facts. Right now, like I said, this just happened. I just found out maybe 3 or 4 hours, an hour ago. Actually, I was just discussing with another colleague who helps with the Capital City Classic, which Bob was trying to do. And we were discussing, his well-being. I know he was battling for a while. He's a fighter. Again, 3 years ago, he made many, many jokes about his health obstacles or whatever. But nothing stopped that guy. And at the time, and again, 4 or 5 years ago, he would probably push a 90, if not 90. This guy was still had the pulse on basketball. Me, I've been in the basketball world playing as well as helping athletes, scholarships, training, coaching, college, high school, whatever. And he had a pulse on things that's happening now all the way back to the beginning of 30, 40 years ago. And he was talking about it like it was yesterday. And that really, really amazed me. Just talking about how it started and some of the fight and the obstacles he had to fight through, from political, financial, to battling with shoe companies and other colleges and things of that sort, other things that many people wouldn't even expect that this man had to deal with. And he kept this game going for years and years and years. And like I said, I'm going to follow this video with more facts, and but I want to give a big shout out to his family and comfort to them. Not only his immediate family, but also the basketball family, because I know there's many people out there who are much closer and work with him in many different aspects in this basketball world that are truly affected. As I said, he's a fighter, man. He's been battling for the last 4 or 5 years that I've known him. And I've never, ever once heard that this game was not going to happen. He was, and actually, my guy Tel was telling me last week how when he last talked to him a couple weeks ago, he was in the hospice, but he was coming out of the hospice to still try to plan and make this game happen. Me, I just been through the whole hospice piece with a parent who passed, my father, and I was thinking hospice, that is pretty much you don't leave there, but that's how much a fighter he was. I don't know the extent of his sickness or whatever, but even in that state, he was still trying to serve the basketball community. That's a testament to the man. So for all those basketball historians or people who are benefiting now from all these all-star games and things like that, take the time, man, just check out and do some history, man, because this basketball culture is very small and it's very tight-knit. Everybody don't go to the NBA. It's not even about that. It's about anything in the path to get to the highest level, which is the NBA. And Bob was a big part of that for some of our heroes and people we look up to, we see perform in college and in the pros. And I just think as young people or anybody who care about the game, especially here in the DMV, I think it's only right that we minimally do the homework and research this man of who he was and his accomplishments. Because again, I consider myself a basketball aficionado, and I learned stuff. This guy served this culture with his very last. And when I say last, I mean that across the board. Me as a middle-aged man, meeting him, I was honored, and for him to share some of the things he shared with me, you would have thought that I've worked with him before, that I knew him and he knew who I was. He didn't know me. and the things that he imparted and shared with me and my business partner, man, it was phenomenal. Just for him to pick up the phone and answer and those conversations, and even connecting me with people I never would have been connected with. Got an opportunity to see the behind the scenes and planning the event, as well as, like I said, participating in it and supporting it. I was a part of the last one, which featured females for the first time, which was the best females in the DMV going against the United States All-Star. But with that being said, excuse me. In another video, we're gonna discuss that further, and we're gonna get into it and give this man his flowers, or pay homage to someone who's deserving of it. And for those who, like I said, who have any type of affinity for basketball, high school basketball as well as college, let's support him and do the research on this man. Very humble soul. Didn't like the limelight. Didn't like all the accolades. I could think of a time when at the Capitol Classic, I think it was at Wilson High School, the last one, and they were trying to get him out there to speak and be honored for the crowd that was there. And he didn't even want to do that, man. And just a humble soul, and to do the history on what he gave to this culture, from the grassroots level all the way to the Hall of Fame. He deserves that. So if you're a basketball fan and you don't know anything about him or a little bit about him, take the time to learn about it, share the information with somebody, especially the young ballers, man. Let them understand what you're standing on. And we stand on the shoulders of Bob Geoghan. So big shout out to Bob Geoghan. I'm going to follow it up. I'm going to try to have some guests on. As I said, I spoke with my guy, Tell, Check Ball Magazine. Shout out to Tell. He's going through his own family despair right now. We shout out and prayers to him. But he agreed to come on because he has a much longer relationship than I do with Bob. And we're going to try to honor that man in the right way through stories and through everything else, man. But just look out for that. Look for that video. Like I said, hit the bell in the corner as well as subscribe, man. And we're going to come to you with many videos like this. A big shout out to Bob Geoghan, man. You'll be missed. Prayers to your family. We wish you nothing but comfort.